Hello everybody and welcome back to another video on the channel. My name is GNR Harrison and today we are going to be discussing the Microsoft or Xbox press conference. It was a big press conference. So from last year, Xbox, they did okay. I think that it was definitely better this year at E3 2017. They definitely needed to bring the heat. They definitely needed to show multiple games. And they did show games. They just didn't show a lot of popular ones, I guess. I don't know. We'll have to discuss that. But the start of the conference, let's just start off this video by saying the start of the conference was badass. There's techno music. They're showing off the 4K games. I thought the whole cinematic of the beginning of the conference was absolutely amazing. But let's jump into the meat of the conference, which was the Xbox One X. So this is Project Scorpio, or was Project Scorpio. It's now Xbox One X. It's not a bad name. It's not a good name. It's kind of just in the middle. So it's releasing on November 7th. And which is kind of weird because most of the games that have 4K support with the Xbox One are being released before November 7th. So I wonder if we're just going to have to wait. I'm assuming so. It is going to be $499 as rumored by Jeff Keighley, which is really not a bad price. If you compare most 4K gaming PC rigs to this, it's really not that bad. There is actually going to be 4K Blu-ray playback, which is very, very exciting. Xbox kind of took a Microsoft, they had a hard time getting Blu-ray on their Xbox consoles. All Xbox One games and accessories work with the X. Your library of games will be enhanced on the X. So say if you have Gears of War 4 downloaded, say if you have Minecraft downloaded, or Halo Wars 2, they are going to be upscaled on the Xbox One X. Just a little bit. Even if you guys don't have a 4K monitor, 1080p will look even better. I think they're going to upscale the 1080p just a little bit. And then also one cool tech spec that I wanted to throw in here was that they're actually including a liquid cooled vapor chamber, which PCs are kind of starting to have nowadays, but I thought that was very, very interesting that they would have that in Xbox, and it just shows the power of the Xbox One X. So as you guys know already, I am most likely going to be getting the Xbox One X on the release date. I will also be purchasing a 4K monitor to go along with it. You guys will be seeing the 4K support games on my channel as soon as the Xbox One X is released, so don't worry about that. But let's jump into the game that was actually shown off after the Xbox One X, which was Forza Motorsport 7. So this is just like any of the other Forza Motorsport games. It looks stunning. It looks absolutely beautiful, no doubt about that. They actually have a Porsche partnership, and they showed off a 2018 supercar, one of the new Porsches, I guess. The new Forza is going to have over 700 cars, or I think 700 cars in their library in Forza Motorsport 7. And it's releasing October 3rd, which is exciting for all those people who are crazy about racing games. They then showed off Metro Exodus, which I have never gotten into any of the Metro games. I've really wanted to. They look really interesting. They look literally just like the games I'd want to play. But this is the sequel to the first two games. I think Metro 2033 is one of them. I can't remember the other, but they actually did, I think, a remaster or something like that, maybe an upscaled version called Metro Redux. I may check that out, who knows. But it looks dark, it looks post-apocalyptic, it's snowy, futuristic, survival, FPS, open world. I think what I heard was that the other Metro games were like semi-open world. You kind of had a little bit of freedom, but when they showed the map during their E3 conference, the dude holding up the map during the footage, it looked very open world. So I'm really, really excited for that. And the weapons and the enemies look awesome. Never playing a Metro game, this really makes me want to jump in to the Metro franchise, and I will most likely be doing that. They then showed off one of my most anticipated games of 2017 or 2018. I don't even know when it's coming out, but Assassin's Creed Origins. So this does not look like any other Assassin's Creed game we've seen before. We follow our protagonist, his name's Bayek. We're going all the way back to Egypt, where Cleopatra was a thing, and pyramids, all that good stuff. It's the beginning of the Assassin Brotherhood. You can slide down pyramids, which was in the showcase, which was really, really awesome. It looks like it has much more of an open world than the other Assassin's Creed games, and actually shows because the Black Flag team is working on this game. And the Black Flag team had a huge expansive world, very, very big open world, nothing other than we've seen in the other Assassin's Creed games. And it looks the same in Origins. I'm really, really excited to explore this world. And so in Origins, it looks like there are lots of RPG elements that they are introducing to the Assassin's Creed franchise that have not been introduced before. There are going to be stats, there's going to be loot, there's going to be a skill tree, which has never been in an Assassin's Creed game. And the loot and the stats, you know, it's kind of like first game that comes to mind is Destiny, with the power of weapons and the power of armor, stuff like that. So that kind of content is going to be in Origins. And with the RPG elements, there's actually going to be leveling up, there's going to be XP, and there's kind of been some concern over this because you now have to level up your stealth blades, you now have to level up your swords, you know, everything else. And it kind of concerned people because what if you're going up against a level 40 enemy? Will your stealth blades work? Because apparently stealth blades won't kill a level 40 enemy if you're like a level 10. I don't know, very, very weird, but nonetheless, it looks good. You actually have a flying eagle named Senu. It's very much so like Far Cry Primal, like literally copy and paste. They say that they came up with the idea first. They say that. We'll have to see like how it pans out, but it looks exactly like the Far Cry Primal Eagle. There's also some slow-mo crossbow action and some FPS crossbow action when he aims down the sights. I got some major Horizon Zero Dawn vibes from that because in Horizon Zero Dawn you're able to, when you jumped up, you were able to go slow-mo with your crossbow, or your bow, sorry, which looked really, really, really cool. And I love the shield parrying. I love that you don't have to hold down a button now to fight. That got very, very repetitive as the games went on. And I'm really excited that you know how to, actually fight. You have to, know where to go and parrying and dodging, which is really, really exciting. So from Origins, we went to a very popular game that has skyrocketed with PC players, and that is PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. It's coming to the Xbox One. It's coming to the Xbox One X. It says exclusivity. I don't know how long that exclusivity is going to last, but it's coming late 2017. I know I've been wanting to play Battlegrounds ever since it has been released. I don't have a good enough PC to play it, but as soon as this releases on the Xbox One X, I'll be bringing it to you guys for sure. And moving on to a more cartoonish game is Deep Rock Galactic, which was announced after Battlegrounds, and it's very cartoony. It really reminded me of Minecraft. It had this blocky, cartoony type of art style. It's FPS, exploration, harvesting, survival, fighting off hordes and enemies. It looks interesting to say the least. And so then we jumped into a very anticipated title of most Xbox fans, which was State of Decay 2. And I never really was able to play the first one. I never had friends to play with, and I always felt like you needed friends to play that game. So I'm a lone wolf when playing, never got around to playing it. Probably not going to play the second one. But it's a play anywhere title. It looks much like the first one. People are hoping that it has more polish. Apparently the first one lacked a lot of polish. The mechanics were great, the mechanics were great, quests were great, but it lacked lots of polish. So they're hoping that this game has much more polish, and it's coming in spring of 2018. And then the Darwin Project popped up at the Xbox E3 showcase, and it looked very interesting. It looked like a Hunger Games, King of the Kill, Battlegrounds type of game with an Overwatch type of art style, and it looked interesting. I'll probably be giving it a look, probably not going to be playing it a ton, but I'll definitely look into it. And then there's the Minecraft portion of the conference, and it's good old Minecraft. They're uniting VR, mobile, PC, and console so everyone can play together. Massive community run servers, 4K update in the fall of 2017, and then there's going to be a super duper graphics pack in the fall of 2017 as well. And then Dragon Ball FighterZ showed up. I've never really played any of the Dragon Ball games. They never really got my interest. But it's not the 3D fighter that came out a couple years ago. It's a side-scrolling fighter. You can have 3v3 matches. It really reminded me of Marvel vs. Capcom, but with Dragon Ball Z. So I mean, we'll just have to see how it goes. I probably won't be playing it, but it looks interesting. And then another title that was announced was Black Desert. It's coming out in early 2018. It's an MMORPG. It's fantasy, not really too interesting for me. Let's keep it going. Now, I've been really interested in these pixel art games that have been coming out. in the video game industry, and the Last Night is the most recent one that has been announced on my radar. It looks incredible. I love pixel art games. There's just something about them that has that retro style, and I love it. It looks very futuristic, has awesome music. Any pixel art game that has awesome music, I'm on board. You know, I'm on board. And I really hope it has a great story. I will for sure be checking this game out, and I hopefully will be able to bring it to the channel. I don't know when it's coming out. It was very, very brief footage that was shown at the conference, but I'm excited nonetheless. And then another game that was kind of swept under my radar was The Artful Escape. It looks it has an interesting art style. It kind of has this like paper mache art style, kind of, you know, and it looks very psychedelic. That's the word I came up with. It's not funkadelic, it's psychedelic, and I'm probably not going to be checking out this game, but it is what it is. Code Vein was then announced. It's coming out in 2018. It's fantasy. It looks like a JRPG. Nothing too great. Let's keep it going. So another very, very exciting title that fans have been wanting to see from Xbox is Sea of Thieves, which was announced after, or which wasn't announced, but was shown after Code Vein. And it has a very cartoonish art style. It's very, very, very funny. I love the humor in Sea of Thieves. And I personally, I don't know if I'll be checking out this game. I love how it looks, but I just don't have friends to play with. So if they give me a reason to play it as a lone wolf, I will for sure be checking it out. During the footage that they showed at the conference, I loved the sunken ship part. It looked gorgeous. I love the escape to their ship. It looked amazing. The looting missions looked great. Fighting off enemies, sharks, and skeletons also looked good. And it comes out in early 2018. Then Tacoma was brought out on the stage. It looks okay. I mean, it looks kind of choppy. It involves space, holograms, and it comes out August 2nd, which is very, very soon. And nothing was really shown about it, and it's coming out very, very soon. So that's kind of concerning. But you know, it's Tacoma. And yet again, another cartoonish game was announced, more kind of, on the light side. It's a platformer, and it's called Super Lucky's Tale. The art style looks a lot like Ratchet and Clank. It's a 3D side-scroller, kind of. It kind of looks like, Super Mario game where it's 3D. I don't know. I can't remember the name. But it definitely piqued my interest, so I'll definitely be looking into this game. Cuphead then got a release date, which is really, really exciting. This game is kind of one of its kind because it's fully animated, like hand-drawn animated. And it's coming out September 29th, and it's a Play Anywhere title. I will for sure be checking out this game because it has been on my radar for a very long time now. Crackdown 3 was then brought out onto the show floor. It looks great, but it's also kind of got me concerned because it comes out very, very soon, November 7th, actually, and we haven't really gotten any information about it yet, Like the footage that they showed, it was all gameplay, but we didn't really get too much of anything else, and it kind of concerns me. Phil Spencer then went on to talk about the program ID at Xbox, and there's lots of games coming. Lots of indie games, I guess, coming to the Xbox through the Idea Xbox program. Hello Neighbor, Conan Exiles, there's so much of them, I'm not going to say them all here, but they're all coming to the Xbox One X. Another RPG that was then announced was Ashen, which looks really, really, really cool. It kind of has a Journey-like art style. The trailer was very sentimental, very emotional, which definitely piqued my interest. I don't know if it's co-op yet. There's two characters in the game that are always together. It looks like a man and a woman. I don't know if you need two players. It'll probably be two players, but that's very, very exciting. It looks very dark, and games like this, with trailers like this, you can already tell it's going to just share a great, great story, and I'm super excited for that. I've never played Life is Strange, but after seeing the trailer for Life is Strange Before the Storm, I really, really want to play the episodes of Life is Strange. Before the Storm releases on August 31st. The first episode does anyway, and it looks really, really good, and I really want to get into it. Then one of my most anticipated games for 2017 came out and was Middle-earth: Shadow of War. I absolutely loved Middle-earth: Shadow of Mordor. I spent so much time in that game, getting all the collectibles, taking down enemies and using the Nemesis system. I loved the combat in that game. They're actually expanding the Nemesis system. I love the tongue-in-cheek humor. They're expanding the world from the first one. They're adding an addition of assaulting fortresses, which look really, really cool. You basically plan attacks, you select your followers, etc. And it actually releases October 10th, which I'm really excited for, and you guys will be seeing all of that, or you guys will be seeing Shadow of War on the channel as soon as it comes out. I have really been wanting to get into Ori and the Blind Forest. I heard it was absolutely amazing, and I loved how bright and colorful it was. And with the announcement of Ori and the Will of Wisps, I think I just might. It looks very bright and colorful, much like the first one. I love the music in the trailer. It was so emotional, so sentimental. And obviously it looks like it's going to tell a beautiful story. I'm very, very excited for this game. And I don't know, I'll probably end up playing Ori and the Blind Forest sometime soon. I don't know if I'll play it on the channel, but we'll just have to see. So something that I did not see coming was the backwards compatibility part of the conference. Original Xbox games are going to be coming to the program of backwards compatibility. Games like Crimson Skies, where Phil Spencer said that he gets asked about this game a lot, are coming to the program, and it's going to be later in 2017. And then a game that was shown off at the EA conference was then fully revealed at the Xbox conference was Anthem. And this looks like Destiny, and you know, I hope it tells a great story. I got major Horizon Zero Dawn vibes from this game, and Destiny vibes as well. It looks stunning. I loved how you could get in your exosuit and fly everywhere and dive underwater. That looks absolutely amazing. Essentially, you're a freelancer. You play as a female. You keep the citizens safe from the outside. Your main weapon is an exosuit. They're called javelins, and they're actually different kinds or different classes, I think. It's a huge open world from what I saw, and it's multiplayer focused, much like The Division. And with it being multiplayer focused, I hope that with certain missions or maybe certain raids, like the Division, you can actually team up with other people online, and you don't have to, much like Destiny, just get a group of friends and play, because I'm a lone wolf, I'm a solo player, I don't have friends when playing, so I really hope that's an option in Anthem. Overall, I would say it was a pretty good conference, way better than last year's. There are lots of exclusive titles coming to the Xbox One and Xbox One X, but not a lot of them are well known. I would have loved to have seen them tease Halo 6. I'm a huge fan of the Halo franchise, as you guys know, but I would have loved to have seen that tease. Microsoft definitely gave the fans what they wanted this year, at least for the most part anyway. Many of the fans, including myself, were excited with what they had to announce. One thing I'd like to mention was that I'm glad they did not announce any VR stuff. I truly think that VR is just a fad. I don't think that video games are where VR needs to be. I think that VR right now, and what it will be for a very, very long time, is just demos. So I'm very, very happy they have not announced anything with VR stuff yet. But guys, that is going to be it for the end of this video. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure to hit that like button. If you guys want to see more content from myself, make sure to hit that subscribe button as well. Hopefully you guys enjoyed my EA coverage and thoughts of their conference this year. And I will be covering Sony and Ubisoft as well. So stay tuned for that. But other than that, guys, I'm out. Peace.